Welcome to the EcoStruxure Building Operation demo for commercial real estate. In this session, we'll explore how our platform helps you manage buildings with greater efficiency, comfort, and sustainability. The commercial real estate landscape is changing. Environmental regulations are becoming more defined, encouraging better energy performance and transparency. Tenants are also evolving. They're seeking spaces that align with their sustainability goals, offer flexibility, and support modern amenities like EV charging. Inflation, interest rates, and investment trends are influencing how assets are valued and managed. And with rapid advances in technology, tools like AI and PropTech are opening new doors for smarter, more responsive buildings. It's a time of transformation and also a time of opportunity. Let's take a closer look at the power of Schneider Electric's EcoStruxure Building solution. It's designed to give you a complete view of your building environment, bringing together HVAC, access control, power management, lighting, and more, all on a single integrated platform. Facility managers, building owners, and occupants have the tools they need to monitor, manage, and optimize their spaces, enhancing comfort, efficiency, and performance. What you're seeing here is a custom workspace for a building owner, showing their entire real estate portfolio at a glance. Thanks to our Enterprise Central capability, the platform can scale effortlessly from a single site to a global network of buildings. And with just a few clicks, the owners can move from a high level overview into detailed insights for any specific building. Let's take a closer look at the London location. As the facility manager begins the day, they enter the building by swiping a badge at the reader, seamlessly connected to EcoStruxure's security expert. This system brings together the entire security infrastructure into one intelligent, end-to-end solution. On the screen, we can also see live weather data pulled in through a web service connection to a global provider. Just one example of how external data can be integrated into the platform. Before the badge swipe, the building is in its secure, unoccupied state, indicated by the gold overlay on the graphic. But once the intruder alarm is disabled, the system transitions automatically into occupied mode. HVAC, lighting, and power systems all adjust to welcome the start of the business day. EcoStruxure Building Operation offers powerful graphics that make it easy to assess building conditions at a glance. On this floor plan, the color temperature overlays immediately show us that the main office is running too warm. We can also see active alarms in the banner, specifically from the air handling unit serving this area. Let's take a closer look at what's happening with the AHU. EBO's advanced alarming and graphic capabilities make it easy to diagnose and respond to issues that impact comfort. In this case, the air handling unit graphic clearly shows the source of the critical alarm, a tripped circuit breaker. The facility manager can quickly dispatch a technician to inspect and reset the unit. For this demo, I'll simulate that reset. Once completed, the system updates the graphic in real time, confirming that the air handling unit is back online. This is a great example of how EcoStruxure Building Operation empowers facility managers with the visibility and control they need to quickly identify, diagnose, and resolve issues, ensuring comfort and operational continuity. Let's explore some of the other tools available to help facility teams manage their buildings more effectively. Thermal energy typically accounts for around 40% of a building's total energy use. Yet, it's often difficult to pinpoint exactly where that energy is going. We can now capture detailed thermal energy data at a very granular level. This insight allows us to identify high usage zones and investigate the root causes, whether it's a comfort setting that's out of range or something as simple as a window left open. By understanding energy use, room by room, floor by floor, we can target savings more effectively and allocate energy costs fairly. But it's not just about monitoring. With EcoStruxure Building Operation, we can also control thermal energy usage in real time, turning insights into actions. When we zoom into the equipment level, EcoStruxure Building Operation gives us detailed insights from our smart actuators. Here we can see both the flow and return temperatures, key indicators that help facility managers assess operational efficiency. These actuators also track thermal power and energy consumption, which is especially valuable for tenants who want visibility into their energy use. And there's more. Within the configuration settings, we can even set limits to cap energy consumption, giving us greater control over usage and cost. In addition to robust alarm management and monitoring, EcoStruxure Building Operation offers comprehensive scheduling capabilities. These allow you to automate daily operations, holiday settings, evening shifts, and any other time-based requirements your building may have, ensuring smooth, around-the-clock performance. You can also schedule special events with custom names, making it easy to plan for unique activities or changes in occupancy. It's a flexible, intuitive way to keep your building running efficiently and on schedule. Let's take a look at meeting room number 1. As you can see, the room is currently unoccupied. The lights are off and the blinds are drawn. Here's the room controller mounted on the rear wall. From here, I'll open the demo controls and reserve the room. Watch as the room controller automatically switches to occupied mode. Now let's bring up the tablet interface on the desk. This simulates the mobile experience available to occupants, where users can easily adjust lighting, blinds, and temperature settings with just a few taps. Through EcoStruxure's integrated room booking, users can personalize their environment quickly and easily, ensuring comfort and convenience from the moment they walk in. As the facility manager, you recall a recent complaint about excessive noise coming from the terminal unit in Meeting Room 1. Let's start by checking the room controller. I'll bring up the interface and review the current settings. The fan is set to auto, and the system is operating in the correct mode. Everything looks normal so far. To address the noise, I'll adjust the air direction by modifying the vane settings. Sometimes a small changes in airflow direction can make a noticeable difference in sound levels. But just to be thorough, I'll take a closer look at the ceiling diffuser and the unit itself. Everything appears to be functioning properly, so we'll monitor the situation and hope the adjustments resolve the issue. While I'm here, I'll also follow up on another ticket related to valve noise in Meeting Room 2. This space is serviced by a fan coil unit, equipped with SpaceLogic SP90 actuators, which drive our pressure-independent control valves. These are high-performance components, and when they were installed, we also added diagnostic screens to help troubleshoot any issues that might arise. I'll click on the ceiling diffuser to bring up the fan coil unit. We're monitoring both flow and return temperatures through sensors built into the actuator. Right now we can see the valve is partially open and there's a healthy temperature drop across the coil. So everything appears to be operating normally. Next, I click on one of the SP90 actuators to open the configuration widget. The actuator collects and communicates operational data, not just about itself, but also about the equipment it controls. From here, we can remotely adjust flow balancing, which is especially helpful for improving energy efficiency or resolving comfort complaints. Switching to the Monitoring tab, we can review power limitation settings. These allow us to cap peak energy usage, helping to keep consumption under control. Now let's check the Diagnostics tab. Here we can see an alarm that occurred during valve closing. That's likely the source of the noise complaint, so I'll make a note for maintenance to check. Finally, I'll go to the Information section to record the valve serial number and location. And with that, I can move on. One of the tasks on my list today is to follow up on a complaint about poor air delivery in one of the offices. I'll start by launching the VAV section from the left-hand menu and then launching the e-commissioning tool. I recently installed the app on my phone so I can run a quick balance test right here and generate a report to share. This looks like the correct VAV box. Let me navigate to the balance testing. First, I can confirm that the current settings are correct. The app lets me run a live test, temporarily overriding normal controls to cycle the damper through its full range and the readings tracked and recorded. Once the test completes, I receive a mini balance report showing whether the measured airflow matches the target values. I can also export a full report for documentation or to share with the facilities team. The entire process takes just a few minutes, and I do it all wirelessly, right from my phone. Let's get back to checking out the building systems. Now let's take a look at Meeting Room 3. With our connected room solution, we can control the room's conditions directly from a mobile phone. I'll start by clicking on the Space Logic sensor located by the door. As we can see, the room is currently unoccupied. Next, I tap the Room Control button and scan for available rooms. I select Meeting Room 3 and the app connects to the room controller via Bluetooth. Once connected, the current room conditions are displayed and I can begin making adjustments. From here, I can change the temperature set point as reflected on the Space Logic sensor, turn on the AC unit, switch on the lights, close the blinds, and even adjust the blind rotation. All of this is done in real time, giving occupants full control over their environment. It's a seamless, intuitive experience that enhances comfort and supports energy efficiency. Let's take a closer look at how we monitor and optimize space usage and environmental conditions using Insight sensors. I'll start by clicking on the occupancy view. In our meeting rooms and central office, we've installed Insight sensors that collect a wide range of data, from people count and lighting levels to sound, temperature, and humidity, all from a single device. This data gives us a real-time understanding of how each space is being used. For example, presence detection can automatically trigger lighting or HVAC adjustments, improving both comfort and energy efficiency. As we adjust the occupancy values, we can see how the environment responds. More people in the room means higher sound and temperature levels. Insights that help us fine tune the space dynamically. Now let's open the environment dashboard. This view gives us a broader perspective, showing current conditions across multiple spaces. We've combined people count data to get a total occupancy across the zone. Clicking into a specific room, like the CEO office or meeting room 1, we can compare occupancy against lighting and sound levels using intuitive widgets. We've also integrated data from our space-logic environmental sensors to monitor air quality, giving us a complete picture of comfort and performance. Let's take it a step further and open the trend chart. Here, we can analyze how occupancy impacts air quality over time. Now, I'll close the chart and return to the main dashboard. By selecting the Insight Sensor tile, we can cross-compare live values and space utilization across the building throughout the day. Finally, let's check the environment sensors view. Here, we are monitoring temperature, humidity, CO2, and VOC levels across all spaces, ensuring our building systems are running efficiently and maintaining a healthy indoor environment. Next, let's explore the zoning feature within EcoStruxure Building Operation. Since we've deployed the connected room solution, we now have access to zoning capabilities that allow us to quickly adjust the building environment to suit user needs. This can range from syncing temperature set points across multiple spaces to creating a full room solution that includes lighting, blinds, and HVAC. Looking at the floor plan, you'll notice that in the central office area, some lights are on while others are off. To group them, I right-click on the floor plan and select Zoning. As I hover over each lighting component, I can see its reference appear in the table on the right. I'll select all the lights I want to group, then click the group icon. Once grouped, I click Save, and just like that, the zone states update to reflect the new configuration. Now I can exit zoning mode, and you'll notice the lights are visually grouped with color-coded indicators showing their new zone membership. Since all are master capable, I can change that designation at any time within zoning interface. Finally, I click the lighting icon to adjust the full room lighting. Because the lights are now grouped, any changes made to one is automatically applied across the entire group, ensuring consistency and simplifying control. EcoStruxure Building Operation also supports semantic tagging, which allows us to navigate the system with a focus on point-to-point relationships, right down to the individual sensor level. Let's see how this works using our meeting room as an example. I'll click on the sensor pop-up, then select the temperature icon. Since this point has been tagged, I can access the semantic view directly from here. This view shows how the selected point relates to its equipment, its location, and the broader site structure, using color-coded connector lines to make relationships easy to follow. In this case, we see that the temperature sensor belongs to the first floor meeting room, which is served by a fan call Unit 1. That unit, in turn, is connected to boiler pumps from boiler 1 in the plant room. All of these components are mapped to their respective floors, buildings, and even to their regions, making it possible to tag and relate an entire multi-site campus. With the temperature point selected, The semantic view automatically displays any associated trend charts and active alarms. I click on the trend chart to view the historical data for the sensor. Next, I check the Alarms tab. There are no active alarms for this point. We'll return to the overview and click into the first floor meeting room. Here I can see all the sensor points associated with the space, each labeled with its semantic tag class. Clicking on the trend chart again, I can view logs for all points in the room, provided they have been set up with trend logging. And that concludes the EcoStruxure Building Operation demonstration. It supports everything from a single building to an entire campus, helping teams identify issues, analyze performance, and make smarter, data-driven decisions. To learn more, visit our website, request a live demo, or contact our sales team.